Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I am a hyperhidrosis transformation instructor. I teach tools that include neuroplasticity and mindset change. This video is about changing our mindset to self-acceptance. Through self-acceptance, we can become who we were meant to be all along. Please like, share, and subscribe as I build this channel to equip you for transformation out of hyperhidrosis. Hyperhidrosis is oppressive. In the same mind and body, we play out the tyrant as the mind and the slave as the body, the bully and the reject, the persecutor and the oppressed. It's a battle within us. We play out a lot of self-rejection. My perception of others rejecting me opened my awareness of my rejection of myself. We think others reject us. Let's say others don't notice our sweat as much as we might think. Maybe the other person is not that focused on us. That may be true. However, what are we thinking through this experience? We could be wondering, what do others think of me? Do they notice the sweat on my hands or my feet or the sweat stains under my arms? Whatever negative emotions the person with hyperhidrosis is feeling can be released and replaced with positivity. Mindset change tools can help. Understanding how this helps can be explained through neuroplasticity. During a hyperhidrosis episode, whatever I'm thinking about myself, like shame or embarrassment, disappointment, disgust, nasty, etc., can make it worse. We oftentimes make it worse. We know we shouldn't think like this, but it's easier said than done. I understand this vicious cycle all too well. When I consciously try not to think of myself in a negative way, my repressed insecurities bubble up from my subconscious, and my hyperhidrosis then gets activated. We have learned the subconscious runs the show 95% of the time. If these repressed emotions are no longer lingering in my subconscious, then the positivity that's in its place is what I feel. If you'd like to know more about me, my classes, and my sweat comfy products, like this 100% merino wool top that I'm wearing, my email will be in the description below, and so will my website, hyperhidrosistx.com. Feel free to direct message me. If you have self-acceptance of all the parts of you that sweat, then you do not need this video. Just think about your hyperhidrosis right now. What is your first thought about yourself? Is it acceptance? If it is and always has been, move on to your next video and enjoy your freedom from hyperhidrosis. The particular mindset change goal in this video is self-acceptance. Any tool for self-acceptance was a requirement for me to change my paradigm. How did I realize this requirement? I was releasing a lot of stuck emotions associated with my hyperhidrosis. There was shame, embarrassment, frustration, disappointment, etc. As I was releasing these stuck emotions, I happened upon how self-empowering it was to make a game out of finding the most triggering emotion I could think of. Self-loathing, incompetence, and contempt were discovered. I did not realize I was lacking in self-acceptance until I realized I was harboring self-rejection. How could self-acceptance make its way inside me with self-rejection already making inside me its home? They are the opposite and have difficulty living together in harmony, especially two opposing feelings at the same time with the same intensity. If we are experiencing two opposing feelings, notice they will fluctuate. When self-rejection is highly felt, self-acceptance is at a low. Conversely, when self-acceptance is at a high, self-rejection is barely felt. Looking back on what I had done to acquire self-acceptance, I saw the requirement of the release of self-rejection. It was then that I could understand that I needed to make room and allow for the positivity of self-acceptance into my space. Once I made room, I noticed the changes in my hyperhidrosis paradigm and the reality of my new paradigm. Carl Jung's famous quote describes this clearly. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Mindset change can happen through prayer, meditation, or reflection. I have had authentic experiences with mindset change. You can too. It doesn't have to take years. It can happen sooner than you think. Imagine yourself with self-acceptance. Desire brings it in. Intention kickstarts it. Self-acceptance makes its way into our being in a similar way to a spiritual conversion or enlightenment. It happens to you. In other words, it comes to you. You can seek self-acceptance, but you cannot capture and say, aha, now you're mine. I prepared for my self-acceptance, although I didn't know that's what I was doing at the time, by releasing self-rejection. I released self-rejection repeatedly. Repetition is key. You need to lay the groundwork while preparing the space to allow self-acceptance in. Self-acceptance felt like a gift being delivered to me. Along with self-acceptance, I welcomed positivity, such as freedom, belonging, giving and receiving kindness, giving and receiving forgiveness, patience, joy, understanding, wisdom, connection, and the list goes on. In my prayer, I asked for self-acceptance from God as the positivity that replaced my self-rejection. Ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Matthew 7:7. Ideally, I felt the positivity of self-acceptance replacing the self-rejection. I am the Lord that healeth thee, Exodus 15:26, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man, which was created according to God in true righteousness and holiness. Ephesians 4:23-24. A forward-moving process of transformation into my new paradigm was a choice I made for myself every day. I gave persistent action toward its attainment. It got easier for me once I felt self-acceptance. I was experiencing success. A success occurs when there is little or no hyperhidrosis experienced in a situation where there would normally be. My freedom from hyperhidrosis was gradually being experienced. My success was relative to my normal, so your success would be relative to your normal. Become aware of your sweating amounts and frequency throughout any given day. Do your best to notice the changes and claim your successes. I had successes happening a little here and a little there. Noticing my successes was gradual. It felt like I couldn't believe they were happening. There were times when I felt like my successes weren't real. Then poof, the feeling of success disintegrated and hyperhidrosis came back into the spotlight. However, when I became intentional, celebrating the successes like I should have and giving them the acclaim that they deserved, that's when I felt my self-empowerment at work. When successes happened here and there, it felt much like a dark cloud lifting in my awareness. With the consuming feeling of hyperhidrosis, it is often difficult to see your own dark cloud lifting, but just know that it is. Belief in your transformation uplifts your spirits and eventually stays with you, so there is no losing it. I'm excited for you to experience this. I encourage you to jump right into applying the tools in this video and my other videos. As I was using tools and laying the groundwork, I opened up a world of self-discovery leading to self-acceptance, and then my transformation from hyperhidrosis just happened. I invited myself to expand on this journey Then, before I knew it, I developed a deeper understanding of self-acceptance, and I was able to allow it in naturally. Like this was who I was meant to be all along. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel and write a comment below. Support my life's purpose of encouraging you and others to transform out of hyperhidrosis. Bye-bye for now. Until my next video, much love. Mwah.